Do you ever feel like when you're trying to develop your content strategy, like you're lost in a barren desert without water? Well, just wandering for days with no clue which direction to go, east, south, north, or west. Well, if that's you, today I've got a lesson for you about how to develop and find confidence in your content pillars. If that sounds like you, pull up a chair. I know I'm covered in dust, but let's get into this. Today I'm going to talk about how to discover your content pillars and how to deliver those content pillars with confidence. This way you'll be able to pump out content again and again and share your brand message, your cause's authentic message. What are you trying to do? Let's be able to tell people how you're going to be able to solve their problem. These are the 3 must-have steps to establish your content pillars. So come on, pull up that chair. Let's get into this. All right, so I hope you don't mind the camera test going to handheld here for a second. I'm just practicing in case there's ever a day where Billy the camera guy cannot do my video shoot with me. So I have my ND filter on. I have it at 5 stops, so it's one of the darkest settings on this one. It goes 2 to 5 stops. And I believe I'm shooting at f-stop 6 because it's just getting brighter out here. I'm shooting earlier morning, but it's about to get real bright and that sun's about to be overhead real quick. So anyway, your content pillars, this is what we're talking about today. The first step to establishing your content pillars is to get over your fear about having to have the perfect crafted content before you start putting it out. You need to just start putting it out. By just starting to create your content, you're going to start learning about what you are most comfortable talking about. The way in which you are most comfortable talking about that, the best way for you to personally deliver that message. If you're working with a team, the team is going to find their best way to deliver that authentic messaging in your content. You're going to figure out what you're comfortable talking about. So if you're uncomfortable on the camera, you can start by scripting it out. You can use a teleprompter. We have a couple in the links below in the description that we recommend. There's some pretty inexpensive ones out there. One thing about the teleprompter is that you might sound like you're reading. If you can practice with it, maybe talk in front of the mirror, do a couple tests beforehand, shoot a couple versions, you take the best one. But you need to sound like you're actually talking to a person, not just reading a script to a camera. I think what worked best for me is to just start talking to the camera about a set intention. You know, choose a specific topic. I know I can ramble, I can get sidetracked. That's part of my style. But I like to keep focused here, so we're keeping you on track as well. By the way, if you like this content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Drop me some comments, let me know what you think about the video. Smash that like button. People always say smash that like button. What if you said punch that like button? But we don't want to be violent all the time. Caress that like button. Give that like button some love. I like that one. If any of you have suggestions for verbs that I could use to click the like button, please drop that in the comments as well. I'll be open to suggestions. I'll choose my favorite one. Let me know. Anyway, sorry for that interruption by our sponsor there. What we need to do here is discover our content pillars. So we need to just start putting the content out. By doing that, you're going to start to notice themes in your content. The subject matter. What is it about? What do you like to talk about? What is the solution to a problem that you're trying to solve for someone, for your ideal client, for your ideal audience? What's your intention? And by putting that content out there, you're going to start to realize exactly what those things are. And by starting to just record your content, get it out there, you're going to start to realize where you get sidetracked, where you might want to stay more focused, stay on track. So anyway, staying on track brings me to point number 2, the second step of how to establish your content pillars. And that step is step number 2 for establishing your content pillars is to attain clarity over what problem your content solves. Not to override step number 1, if you don't know what problem your content solves, just start putting out content. You're going to figure out what subject matter you are an expert at, or your team is an expert at. You're going to be able to discover what topics are the most comfortable for you to talk about. And also you're going to discover what way you are most comfortable talking about those problems. You need to figure out what that subject matter is, what those topics are, those themes that you can talk about every day till the day you die because you know them so well and talking about them comes naturally to you. Even if you're going to sell your business in 5 to 10 years, if that's the plan and you're going to switch niches and go into something else, you're going to still have to go through this process again for the next business, right, that you're trying to sell and make another 25 mil on. Anyway, you need to attain clarity over the problem that you are solving for people with your content. This is true even for comedy entertainment. People come to your content for a reason. If it's comedy entertainment, they come to be entertained. What is entertained, you asked? Entertained is being present in the moment. It's being detached from a problem that you might be having outside of life, right? And maybe this content has a solution to it. If it's comedy entertainment, maybe you just need to laugh. Maybe you just need to laugh about something, and you're gonna get those, those endorphins, those chemicals, those positive brain releases coming out. Is it dopamine when you laugh? I don't know, it's one of them. But to be entertained is to be engaged. And to be engaged is to be immersed in the flow of information that advances towards a resolution. And maybe sometimes you want to have that cliffhanger, right? Give that little bit of intrigue, and then you send someone to a different place where they're going to get some more content. Maybe that's your sales page. Maybe that's another video. Maybe it's a training, it's a webinar. Maybe it's a ticket to a comedy show. Somewhere you're going to start advancing in the direction of a solution to a problem. And that's where sales come in. That's where the sales process comes in, the part of the sales funnel. Anyway, that brings me to step number 3 in establishing your content pillars. So let's go ahead and get to step number 3. And step number 3 in establishing your content pillars is to just keep pumping out content. You want to do quality content. You don't want to overdo it. By continuing to deliver a steady stream of authentic content, you're going to be able to engage your audience and attract new people to that audience. By sticking to a content calendar and publishing content regularly, whether that's, email, staying in front of them, or your video content, new stuff, going out there on your social media channels and all that, you're going to discover your true style. You're going to discover the best style for you to deliver that kind of content that speaks to that problem. And by doing that, you're only going to grow more authentic in your personality, in your brand's presence, in your messages, in your cause's true essence. You're only going to get better in time at delivering your messaging, delivering your story, and talking about that problem that you're solving for people. And by continuing to do this, you're going to remain vibrant, you're going to remain healthy. It's kind of like doing push-ups, right? If you stop doing it for a while, it gets a little harder to do, right? Like I haven't done it in a few days because I've been on vacation on this road trip. But anyway, that was like 7. I'll put that towards my daily 25 to 50. Putting out content is like working out. It's going to keep you toned, right? It's going to keep you healthy in how you speak to your ideal audience, to your audience, to prospective buyers about the problem that you solve for them. You're going to get more and more confident in how you deliver the solution, and your business, your cause, your story, your life is going to be enriched and is going to grow like the Grinch's heart. It grew 2 sizes that day, on that Christmas day. Remember, people come to your content to find a solution to something. You need to talk about that problem that they're coming to you to get solved, even if it's comedy entertainment. If you're feeling overwhelmed with anything, just take a step away, reset yourself, refresh, watch some comedy entertainment, have a sip of water in nature, and remember that you are an expert at what you know. Even if you think you don't know something, you know something. You're good at it. So you got to find out the best way to deliver that message, and then just go ahead and start putting it out there. Let people know your story, your style. If you're stressed out when you're trying to do your content, then you're not going to deliver authentic content. There's going to be some side tangents. You're going to get distracted with something. You're just not going to use the most effective delivery method for that specific content that is unique to you and your own style. So come in relaxed. If you got to have a quick sip of tea beforehand, maybe have a little sip of water, going in relaxed and refreshed is what you want to do. That is the essence of delivering quality content. Now that you know how to start establishing your content pillars and escape the barren desert of confusion and indecision, doesn't that sound like you can relax and start getting in your groove? But if you want some extra guidance on finding your content strategy fast and without the excess experimentation and guesswork, you can download my free content strategy mapping guide. It's in the link below this video, and it's going to guide you on your first brainstorming sessions to find your first content pieces, all the way to deciding which ones you should shoot first and how you can go about producing those pieces of content. So check that out if you're interested. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, drop me some comments about what you thought about it, and I will see you next time on What's My Niche. Now that I'm back in Colorado, I got some new stuff for you.
I'm going to be producing all kinds of content that's going to help you get your content dialed in and connecting with your audience and growing your business. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.